In the beginning, the camera sweeps across the savage beauty of Yakyauka, Prime, a world where only the strong survive. Here, the mighty Yosha reigns supreme. Predators to all, prey to none. A ship cuts through the blood-red skies above the planet. Aboard it, a warrior named Ki searches restlessly for his brother, Dek. The corridors hum with tension. Ki hunts for his sibling and finds him cloaked in invisibility, testing his stealth. Suddenly, a flash of movement. Dek attacks. Blades clash, sparks fly. The brothers lock in a ferocious duel, each strike echoing with pride and fury. Dek fights to prove his strength, but Ki, calm and powerful, counters every move. With a final blow, he sends Dek tumbling into a trench. When Dek rises again, bloodied but unbroken, he declares himself ready to become a true Yosha. But Ki shakes his head. His brother still has much to learn. As Ki turns away, Dek's gaze hardens, burning with determination. Moments later, aboard the ship, Dek discovers a small token, a toy, a memory from childhood. Ki presents it as a gift. Dek's own spaceship, his rite of passage. To earn his place among the clan, he must hunt a worthy prey, or never return. As they scan the void, Ki spots a cursed world, Planet Jana, the Death Planet, home of the unkillable Kalisk. Dek swears to slay it and prove his worth to their father. Ki warns him, failure means death, but Dek's pride blinds him. Before they can depart, a thunderous roar of engines splits the air. Their father arrives. His presence alone freezes the moment. Cold and merciless, he demands to know why Dek still lives. He is the clan's weakness, he growls, ordering Ki to kill him. When the patriarch traps Dek in his gadget, Ki faces an impossible choice. But instead of striking his brother down, he shatters the device and locks Dek inside the ship, launching him away to safety. Father and son clash, a brutal supernatural battle. The father vanishes and reappears at will, his dark magic overwhelming. Dek watches helplessly from within the ship as his father impales Ki. With his last breath, Ki launches the ship toward Jana. His final words echo through the flames. Bring it home. The ship streaks through space, carrying Dek toward destiny. As it nears Jana's orbit, meteors strike the hull, jolting Dek awake. The craft plummets through a storm of fire, crashing deep into a tangled alien jungle. Staggering from the wreckage, Dek clenches his fists, rage burning. He swears to avenge his brother and bring honor to his name. He arms himself for the hunt. But even the trees here are alive. Roots slither, soil trembles, and the forest attacks. Dek slashes through the vines, barely escaping. Wounded, he wraps his gashes with giant leaves and presses forward through the deadly wilderness. Skeletons litter the ground, a warning. Then he sees movement. A girl trapped in carnivorous bush. A stone flies. Plants lash out violently. She cries for help. Dek growls. Yocha hunts alone and charges through the chaos. Poisonous sap splashes him. Dizziness strikes. Before darkness takes him, he tosses her a weapon and collapses. When he wakes, she saved his life. Her name is Thea, a human creation from Wayond Yutani, built for research on this unforgiving planet. She explains that every Yosha before him has been slain by Kalysque. Yet she's seen the creature and offers to guide him if he takes her alone. With his navigation destroyed, Dek grudgingly agrees. Their uneasy alliance begins. Thea talks endlessly, her curiosity clashing with Dek's silence. As they trek through rivers and storms, she reveals her story. 2 years stranded here after a Kalysque attack separated her from her partner, Tessa. Somewhere far away, Tessa awakens, alive but changed, reassigned to retrieve the specimen, XO522. When she learns, Thea travels with a Yosha. her mission darkens. Back on Jana, Dek hunts through razor grass and tangles with alien beasts. A small creature appears, quick, curious. Moments later, chaos erupts. A monstrous monobug attacks, ensnaring Dek, Thea, and the little creature. In a desperate battle, Dek and the small one fight side by side, defeating the monster. That night, beside the fire, the three share a fragile peace. Thea smiles. We'd make a good team. Dek grins, boasting about slicing off the beast's head. He shows rare warmth, sharing food with a small creature, now named Bud. Dek speaks of his brother, of loss and vengeance, of the hunt for Kalysque. Meanwhile, Tessa discovers Dek's crashed ship and the advanced weapons within. At dawn, Dek insists on leaving. Thea protests. She won't abandon Bud. Dek repeats coldly. Ayocha hunts alone and walks away, but guilt follows him. At a roaring waterfall, Dek finds a tooth of Kalysque, proof the beast is near. Thea asks why his father killed Ki, and Dek's fury resurfaces. His brother died saving him, branded the clan's weakness. Thea counters with a tale of Earth's wolves, how an alpha protects rather than destroys. Dek growls, and I'll be the alpha who kills the most. They push deeper into Jana's heart, and finally, Kalysque's den. Corpses carpet the ground. Thea finds her mechanical legs, remnants of her lost mission, and repairs them. She thanks Dek, but warns him that she's called for extraction. Her company wants Kalysque alive. Enraged, Dek sets the base ablaze. And then, the monster awakens. Kalysque bursts from the shadows, immense and unstoppable. The jungle shakes. Dek lunges, blades flashing. They clash in a storm of fire and claws. Kalysque regenerates endlessly, smashing Dek aside. Thea joins in, firing her weapon, but Kalysque's power is beyond them. Then, Tessa arrives. Her technology freezes both combatants in mid-motion. Dek awakens in a lab, restrained, betrayed. The woman before him isn't Thea. She's Tessa, her twin. She scans his memories, seeking his purpose. When Dek resists, she injects him with chemicals, twisting his mind. Thea protests. He's not like the others. But Tessa ignores her, declaring that their mother designed them to dominate alien worlds. When Thea refuses to comply, Tessa imprisons her. Yet fate turns. Thea tricks a guard into opening Dek's device. It explodes, freeing her. She screams, "Run!" as Dek plunges into the depths below. In the ruins, battered and broken, Dek finds Ki's armor, the wolf emblem. His brother's legacy. He reforges his weapons from the planet's resources, fury and honor melding into steel. Now reborn, Dek strikes back. He reactivates Thea's legs remotely, using them as decoys to infiltrate the base. One by one, soldiers fall, silent kills, shadows of vengeance. Even Bud joins the fight, clawing through the ranks. Meanwhile, Tessa prepares to experiment on Kalysque, lying to her superiors that Dek is dead. But the Predator walks among them. When he bursts in, chaos erupts. Thea and her robotic legs fight beside him. Blood, metal, and fire consume the corridors. Bud reappears, and the truth is revealed. Kalysque is his mother. Thea begs Dek to free her. Time runs out. Dek attacks again, cutting through soldiers. Tessa enters in a massive mech, raining destruction. Thea hacks the systems, impersonating her sister to gain control, and strikes back. Dek leaps from the shadows, clinging to the mech. Kalysque, enraged, breaks free and joins the assault. In one final explosion of fury, Kalysque destroys the machine, killing Tessa. But the dying woman triggers a freeze bomb, annihilating Kalysque in a burst of ice and fire. Bud watches, heartbroken. Tessa crawls toward Thea, aiming her laser. But Deck strikes first, but finishes her, tearing her head from her body. Silence falls. Smoke rises. Deck kneels beside Bud, two survivors bound by loss. Together, they return to Yosha Prime. There, Deck faces his father. He tosses the severed head of Kalisk at his feet. "I came for my cloak." His father sneers, ordering the clan to kill him. But Deck slaughters them all. Father and son meet in a final, brutal duel. Cloaks shimmer, dust swirls, blades flash. Deck ignites the engines, revealing his father's outline through the storm, and strikes the killing blow. As the patriarch dies, he gasps, "You've earned the right to lead." Deck answers coldly, "I have my own clan," and Bud, the small creature, delivers the final justice. Deck, Thea, and Bud stand beneath the rising suns of Yasha Prime, warriors forged in fire. Then, a shadow looms overhead, a ship descending from the clouds. It's his mother. The screen fades to black. The hunt is only beginning.